Hi guys, Ms. O'Connell here. So I'm here to answer some questions that we might have, kind of talk about the general way in which we're going to approach the upcoming week. We'll take it day by day, and I'm going to answer a few questions that you probably are having at this point. So Physics 2.0 with Ms. O'Connell. So the first question that you're probably asking is, why is school closed? Okay, and what you should be doing to limit your contact. So schools are closed because basically the CDC and the Department of Health in Ocean County decided that due to the number of cases and how quickly the virus is spreading, it's important to limit the contact between people. Right? Every person that you've come into contact with has come into contact with somebody else, who's come into contact with somebody else, right? And the more people that you come into contact with, the more opportunity you have to catch this virus. Okay, in order to make sure our healthcare system can take care of the number of people who do have the virus, we have to limit exposure to the virus so that our healthcare system does not become overwhelmed or over capacity. Okay, so you've probably seen this on the news. Maybe you've seen it on social media. Please be careful about what sources that you believe. Okay, be critical when reading the sources. Make sure that they're factual information, that's scientific, that's backed up by some important source like the CDC, a website that's stated.gov. Do not believe celebrities' social media posts as fact, okay? So basically the whole goal of closing school is to limit the person-to-person contact so that we can slow the spread of the virus so that doctors and nurses are able to carefully address patients with the right amount of care. Okay, you shouldn't be panicked or nervous, okay, as long as you follow the general guidelines. So basically, stay inside when you can. Try not to get together with groups of friends or neighbors, okay? Stick with your family, one friend, okay? Please avoid large groups. And this won't be forever. So what we decide to do now will make a huge impact on our future and the future of our healthcare system. So this will not be forever, but the longer that we continually ignore this social distancing idea, the longer we will have to stay socially distanced. Okay, so that being said, right, social distancing, avoiding crowds, by nature, we're humans, right? We need social interaction and a sense of normalcy. So for you guys to continue to learn throughout this process, you're going to need to come up with a schedule, right? Every day you go to school, you go from period to period, okay? You have a schedule, you eat at specific times. While it's not mandatory that you continue to do that, okay, the secret of success is found in your daily routine. Okay, so it's important to keep some daily routine. So you do a certain amount of work, you take a break, you eat lunch, you walk, you go outside. Okay, so if you are someone who reads every day, please make sure that you're keeping time in your schedule to read every day. If you're the type of person who needs to run or go outside or do yoga every day, do that. Okay, so I've posted in Classroom a template, a daily schedule template for you guys to plan out your days. That template includes the school schedule, okay? But the more you're able to settle into a routine, the more successful you will be, okay? In completing the work, staying on top of things, but also maintaining a healthy mental balance, okay? You don't want to be absorbed in your phone. It's going to cause, some issues there, okay? Too much time on the screen is not good for you. So you have the option to create a daily schedule. I have an example in Classroom. If you do create a daily schedule about how you will address the amount of assignments and such that you have, I will give you extra credit. Okay, so in lieu of Science League extra credit, you can create a daily schedule that expresses how you're going to manage your time. So when you'll do the work for each class, when you'll work on any homework or additional work that you haven't finished, when you'll get outside and get some exercise, okay, when you'll read or do something independently that gives you peace of mind. Okay, if you submit that to Classroom, it will be counted as extra credit. And that information, again, is in Google Classroom. Okay, so next question that you probably have, where can I find my assignments? So when I'm absent from school, right? All of your assignments are posted in Google Classroom. Just as if I were posting a subplan, all of your assignments will be listed in Google Classroom. Okay, so you must check your school email and Google Classroom every single day. Okay, so all assignments, lectures, links, discussions will be posted in Google Classroom. You will open them and submit them via Google Classroom. Any personal question that I have for you or any rubric that I have based on a graded assignment will be sent directly to your school email account. Okay, so you must check both Google Classroom and your school email account every single day. Okay, next question that you probably have, how do I ask for help? Or how do you ask me questions? Okay, so there are a few different ways in which you can do that. So every day you'll fill out a Google form. Okay, that Google form will count as either a homework grade or a classwork grade, depending. Okay, so you'll ask questions. There's a spot in the Google form for you to ask questions. Okay, so it says questions, concerns, anything else you need to tell me. So if you ask a question, I will have a running Google Doc with frequently asked questions. Okay, so the question that you ask will be, as long as it's related to the course, right? It's a physics question that everyone would need to know the answer to. I would post that answer in the Google document under FAQ with the answer. Okay, if your question has already been answered, the question and answer will be in the Google document. If it's a question that's personal, okay, and should not be posted to the class, I will answer it via email. Okay, so you can ask me questions directly through the daily Google form. You can also join Google Hangout. Okay, so this is not mandatory to do, right? But if you have questions, just as if you were to come see me after school for help, Tuesday through Friday from 2:30 to 3:15 p.m., I will be available through Google Hangout. So you can join the Google Hangout. Okay, you should get an invitation, which again, you do not have to accept unless you'd like to come for extra help. It is not mandatory. And you can ask questions via the Google Hangout. Third option. Okay, so I created a Google Voice, which is new to me. I have not used it before, but I am going to try it out. So Google Voice, basically Google gives you a phone number connected to your email, so my school email. So you can text or call that number listed below, 732-800-6545. It'll only ring or send me a notification Monday through Friday during the times that I would teach, which is 8:53 to 2:30 p.m. So if during your class time you'd like to call or text me via Google Voice, you can do that. Okay, and that phone number is there. You can either use your computer or you can use your cell phone and just call. Again, that's not my actual phone number. It's a phone number that's attached to my school email, but it basically would allow you to call or text me if you have a quick general question or you're having issues with technology, etc., and that you need help. And as always, you can send an email to my school email, which is o'connelle@ptbeach.com. Okay, so in Classroom, you're going to answer that Google form. Okay, it'll ask you if you have any questions. You're going to ask me any questions that you have, any concerns that you have in that Google form. Okay, and then you'll head back to Google Classroom the following day, tomorrow, for your assignment. Okay, assignments will most likely be a video lecture and a Google form, an assessment. Okay, it could be an Edtopia or it could be a digital simulation lab. You'll spend roughly about 3 hours per week on course material. All right, well, unfortunately, I do not get to see you, and I will miss seeing your faces, but you can always Google Hangout and request to see me Tuesday through Friday, 2:30 to 3:15, or send me your individual questions digitally. All right, guys, have a nice rest of your day.